What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rollcast. So, bring you guys season 6 of Full Day of Yu-Gi-Oh! Still haven't even edited my intro yet. Might not have an intro. I don't know. Do you guys like the intros? Let me know. So, today's episode completely changed my hero deck. I'm lying. Scratch that. I didn't really change it that much. I kind of modified the things that I felt like didn't matter. Like, I did take a look at the hero deck, the top nats, and I noticed the player opted more for floodgates versus like hand traps like Ash Blossom, and I believe he cited in the hand traps if I'm not mistaken. So I'm taking some inspiration from his build, not doing the floodgates because my personal list can't fit it, but I did like his reasoning for that freaking warrior monster that you send from your hand to the graveyard. It's supposed to be a hero out of your graveyard, and then the one you could draw to it, Crosskeeper. There we go. I do like the theory of Crosskeeper because you can roll him to your hand, Foolish bury him to the graveyard to get his utilization. I've always wanted to main deck something to get rid of back row. Like, I've tested Feather Duster in the main deck before, didn't like it. But I'm going to test it again. Why not? Like I said, the format's pretty much over. We're just waiting on the ban list at this point. I put the droplets back in my main deck because it's not the weekly spice. And on top of that, I did also, what else did I add? I think I did a third droplet. I'll let you guys know throughout the day. I can't think of it right now, literally, because the tournament starts in 15 minutes. Side deck wise, though, I am testing out the virus cards again. So Eradicator I know is good. My locals have a lot of Labyrinth players that's been coming up recently, so which is why I'm doing Eradicators at 3 in the side deck. And I'm also side decking Deck Devies. My shop has Sprite players, and I don't know if purely gets about Deck Devi, but if it don't or if it do, I'm tired of Sprites. So if you resolve Deck Devi on Sprites, you're in a pretty good position. So ultimately, it's gonna be a fun tournament nonetheless, and I plan on having a good time, and I'm trying to win it because I haven't won a tournament in a while. So with all that being said, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's begin. Alright guys, I went into round 1 of the tournament, ended up playing against Sprite Runic, ironically, considering I was just talking about it a minute ago. It was a pretty good game. I wanted die roll win first. Also, by the way, man, I realized after this tournament that I've been misplaying in every video of my hero deck for the longest. So with the favorite contact card, you can literally fuse from hand, deck, grave, or banish zone. And I literally was wasting my Sunriser by banishing it for my Miracle Fusion to make my Wake Up Your Hero when I could have just been banishing my Flame Wingman materials for the Wake Up Your Hero, leaving my Sunriser on board. So your boy is a misplayer. Player King is my old nickname for my Naruto teams. I always misplay because I don't like to read cards. I'm lazy. And yeah, still luckily was able to pull off game 1 pretty successfully because at the end of the day, heroes with a negate is a force to be reckoned with. Because you're in your field with the combos you got. See Dark Law, well, I actually drew my Mass Change, but DPE, the favorite contact, etc., etc. I did make some big misplays as well. So not only did I misplay the combo on how I thought I did it, I misplayed it in multiple different routes, which almost cost me the game. Luckily for me, DPE was holding the fort. Favorite contact was helping out, and then Droplet was just saying no bueno to all my opponent's plays. And of course, eventually I was able to make the Shining Flame Wingman. His attack was like 6100 and attack for game. Coming to game 2, I believe I decided in Dro, and I did draw the Dro. My opponent's gonna go first. He is gonna search. He did do a cool play during the draw phase, so that way Dro won't be activated because Dro has to be activated during the main phase. He's gonna search on the draw phase. But he's going to search again during the main phase, which is going to allow me to use Drone on Live Bird, locking him out of his turn. That's going to proceed to me OT can. It sucks for him, but it is what it is. That's Yu-Gi-Oh, man. One card can sometimes just win you the game. Kind of like how hero players use to auto-lose all the time to like Nibiru, Drone, etc. Like my opponent said he decided Drone. He just didn't see it, which sucks. But yeah, man, it just be like that, right? So I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, round 1's over. I ended up beating Runic Sprite. I drew nuts game 1. Well, I misplayed game 1, but I still pulled it out because I had it's really just because of protection of the elements. The card is nutty. Top evenly matched. Then game 2, my opponent kind of bricked, and then also I had Dro, which saved my tail. So Sorry, man. Sorry about that.
Hey, it's cool, man. You had Joe and Lockberg. You kicked my ass with Joe and Lockberg.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't do shit.
Yep. So I'm going to open up my packs now. I got one that I didn't open from when I went X1 on Tuesday. They got my one for entry today. Yeah, and at this point in the video, like the video. If you guys are new here, subscribe for more. Let me see what I pull. Come on, let's see something good. Let's get something good. Dark Hole. That's not terrible. Okay. I don't even know it's expensive in this set anymore. It's just like whatever. More Dark Holes is not a bad thing. Next up, come on, some expensive. Come on, expensive card. Let's see. Performer Pal. I didn't even know that was a thing. Performer Pal Karibo, Ghost Fusion, Battlefield Tragedy. What does this card even do? During your main phase, no monsters battle each other after this turn. You discard one card, set one Battlefield Tragedy, or create a deck. During the end phase, any monsters battle, the turn player sends 5 cards. Oh, it's like a mill card. You got a feeling this card gonna be expensive one day. Come call it now. And then Yugioh Baldrake. Apparently this card is expensive. Let me look this up real quick. Apparently this card is expensive. Let me see. Yugioh Baldrake. Never mind, it's 20 cents. But I think people were buying this out though. I don't know how true it is. Or maybe it's the other bitch. You know, it's the Yugioh Fusion. But anyway, nevertheless, catch you guys in the next clip. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, went to round 2 of the tournament. Ended up playing against Sword, so a very, very stressful game. But it is what it is. We're gonna start off. I went first. My hero lives and the Stratos. Pretty much doing full combo. Unfortunately for me, however, when I do make the Flame Wingman, my opponent is going to imperm it. And I'm going to misplay, so I thought if you tribute Flame Wingman while he's impermed, he would resolve in the graveyard off the field. Just like how every other card does, but apparently, and we asked people in the shop, that it doesn't work that way. I haven't asked Judge's Lounge yet, I just accepted the ruling, because I remember in the past that some cards you can Veiler and then they won't activate in graveyard. But then again, nowadays, I heard some cards you can Veiler and imperm and they will still activate in graveyard. So Yu-Gi-Oh rulings are weird. One of the reasons why people is hard to get into this game. My opponent capitalized on that misplay and I ended up losing. Game 2, I was just like, well, he had the imperm. I made big misplays throughout the game. It is what it is, right? I hate the Source Hole matchup too. It like has everything it needs to counter heroes. So I just kept my faith up and just did the same combo. Still misplayed though, because once again, like I said in the last dual recording, I was getting rid of my Sunriser when I didn't have to. That's a mistake I'm never making again, because I can have way nuttier boards. But I'm still gonna end on an Omni Negate, the favorite contact, things like that, just to make it good. That protection element card is so good because it literally gives you so much potential. I tried to use Droplet on his monster. Apparently I can't send tokens, which I kind of knew about that, but I kind of forgot it. It's one of those old rulings that like you don't think about it until it happens. Luckily for me, I had favorite contact, DPE, and the guy, and that was just gonna win the game. Game 3 is where things got a little goofy. I made a huge misplay. It's on me. I take full responsibility. I made a huge misplay. Left my Neos in my extra deck, and I found out mid combo. And most of the time when that happens, people just say, "Hey, just go into your just put it back in the bottom of your deck." But no, my opponent wanted to call the shop owner to pretty much give me a game loss, which was kind of like, bruh, as locals, are you for real? But it is what it is. I was heated at the moment. I let it go, obviously, because it's still a card game at the end of the day. It was just annoying, and I can kind of see why a lot of players don't like the Yu-Gi-Oh community like that. Now, yeah, I did actually Judge's Lounge, and people said that's a game loss. However, it's like, bro, it's locals. Like, it's not that big of a deal. If it was me, I would have just told my opponent to throw back in their deck and call it a freaking day. But I guess people want to win that bad on locals. So, nevertheless, I believe I would have won if it wasn't for this. But only God to tell. So, I'll catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, round 2 is over. I should have won, but I got rule sharp, which led to a game loss. I've had a game loss in forever. Essentially what happened was I started my deck with a 39 card deck in game 3. I only realized it because I was going to go make my my Link monster to add to Neos, and Neos was literally stuck to my Shining Flame Wingman when I fusion with it in the previous duel. That's on me, but it's kind of like, it's a locals, bro. Like, you want to win that bad? Nevertheless, it is what it is. I ain't tripping too hard. So stuff happens. I take responsibility for that too. I just hated the fact that my opponent had to get my shop owner involved. My shop owner didn't really want to deal with it because it's locals. The shop owner used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, so he understands like this is petty, but it is what it is. Still frustrating though, to say the least, because it's kind of like I pretty much had game, unless my opponent had like a Nibiru, but still, I was in a winning position, and I know I would have gone. I got a feeling I would have won, which is why my opponent did that. But it'd be like that at locals. This is the real local stuff that you deal with. I'm not even that mad, honestly. Everybody was like, oh man, I understand you mad. The whole shop was like, bro, that's petty, that's lame. I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. I've been playing this game so long, I don't even care at this point. So nevertheless, I'm just gonna start game round 3, and yeah, see what happens. I'm gonna catch you out in the next clip. All right, guys, coming to round 3 of the tournament. I ended up playing my boy Alex and his branded Despia deck. And this is a pretty good game, and this is one of the reasons that made me realize I misplayed, because after the tournament I was just researching like a lot of cards and stuff, and I was thinking to myself after the tournament, like, how does Jaden BR lead the Sunriser on the board when he does the hero combos? And I found the missing piece of the puzzle. My goofy self was literally banishing my Sunriser for Miracle Fusion when I didn't have to, because favorite contact allows you to fuse from anywhere. Banish zone, hand, field, grave, or everywhere essentially. So that definitely 100% cost me this game, because you guys could see, like, he pretty much had Super Poly, got rid of the DPE, was able to do his Mirror Jade plays, and he literally was just surviving off the Mirror Jade and the Mirror Cure. I did, however, was able to use my Protection of the Elements to stop his branded opening that card. However, his hand was just all countermeasures and gas. Like, it was a lot of stuff I couldn't handle, and he capitalized on my misplay, so I couldn't even really get mad on that. It was one of them things where it's like, when you misplay against a deck that can counter your deck because they can use your materials as fusions, and y'all both are using fusion decks, so Super Poly is always live. That was like in a funny way, obviously, not in a real angry way. So good game. I'm gonna lose this game, unfortunately, because he just had the outs. Game 2, I'm gonna win. Unfortunately, you guys aren't gonna be able to see game 2 because my camera is gonna die soon. I should have changed my battery before this duel, but I was just heated from the last round for obvious reasons. And yeah, so I'm gonna win game 2. We're gonna go to game 3, and he's gonna put me lock me in game 3, which sucks, but it is what it is. I'll catch you guys in the next clip. All right, guys, back at home now. So my last game. So I put up a good field, right? I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I'm a little annoyed. I put up my field, and my opponent, my buddy Alex, had the outs, like literally. So he ended his field on literally just Mirror Jade. So I went first. He had a perfect counter hand. He had a perfect counter hand in my field because I did my best combo. I had my Spell Trap card set for the Burner Fusion. Obviously, he didn't have it. He opened up just a weird hand that just worked for him with the new branded card. The support is insane. And he was able to play through my field, and with Mirror Jade banishing effect, that kind of, it's like that branded deck directly counters heroes, but they have a lot of ways to fuse off our own monsters. I hope that deck gets hit eventually, but that's another topic for another day. So I lost game 1 because he just drew the outs, and it's like it was really Super Poly that got him the game by him Super Polying off my DPE. My favorite contact card didn't really do much, mainly because like he had a Mirror Jade, which is cool. I couldn't OTK him really because it was just a lot. And it was one of those situations like, yeah, I messed up. Either I messed up or I misplayed somewhere down the line. There's no, like, with favorite contact and everything that he had there. I felt like I should have won, but I just messed it up. Game 2, rolled around, I went first. Same combo, I won. Game 3, I side deck. I sided in 3 droves, which is really bad. I shouldn't have side deck drove. I side deck 3 droves, 3 ghost bells, and 3. Well, there's 3 droves, 3 ghost bells. Probably should have decided the droves, but that was on me. Open up drove, didn't draw ghost bell. I main deck 3 droplets because this is my real version of the deck. And I got Gimme Puppet locked, and I essentially lost. So, moral of the story is I need to practice Yu-Gi-Oh better. Honestly, though, if I'm being honest with you guys, I was just a little annoyed from my round 2 from me getting shark. The whole situation was goofy. So I'm going to repeat it again if you guys didn't understand it from the last clip. Literally, game 3 starts in round 2. I'm comboing. I'm finna win. Go to my extra deck.
And I'm like, oh, my bad. I left my Neos in my extra deck. Opponent wants to call. Pretty much, my opponent wants to give me a game loss. Played it off like, oh, I just want the shop owner to see how it goes. I'm like, whatever. Pretty much call the shop owner over. Now, I ain't mad at the shop owner because he's doing what he got to do. Like I said, we're cool. I've been knowing him for years. No problem, right? He got to do what he got to do. But the entire shop behind the scenes told me like that was bogus. Like that was just petty, dumb, and weird because it's like, for one, it didn't really change the game state outside of me opening up the Neos. For two, it was one of the situations that was like, it wasn't intentional. It literally, my Neo stuck to my fusion and I was playing so fast because obviously I had to be conscious of time and everything like that. Things happen. And for three, it's locals. Like, I've never experienced this in my life at locals. 21 years playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Never received a game loss before. Not even at a big event. The most I've ever gotten was a warning. And I thought this type of scenario would have been a warning, honestly speaking. Mainly because, like, it was literally an honest mistake, right? But nevertheless, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I was honestly ready to go at that point. But I'm like, I'm going to keep my cool, play out the rest of my tournament, and do what I can do, which is vlog for you guys and just have fun, or try to have fun. When round 3 came around, I had fun. I was playing against one of my homies. Even though I lost, I'm going to rewatch the footage. I probably play her too, because, I just couldn't do anything. I mean, the Mirror Jade was checking me, and then the Super Poly kind of checked me as well. And the Mirror Curve, which was like, yeah, Branded is good. It's a good deck. Ultimately, at the end of the day, man, I was just annoyed, disappointed in my opponent for doing that crap. But on top of that, it made me like, bro, national season is over. And in a situation like that, it's kind of like, if it was me personally, I would have just told my opponent, hey, pick the cards at the bottom of the deck, no big deal. Like, but for that, a situation like that take place at a locals, it's just completely unnecessary. And at that point, I was just ready to go. And I think that probably carried over to my following round where I was just trying to rush through my game just to film content and things like that. I don't want nobody feeling bad. I don't want nobody getting mad at me or whatever. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some one person say, oh, well, technically you did that, but who literally tries to get somebody a game loss at locals? Nobody. Like, it's not that serious, bro. But never, at least for me. Maybe some people out there, it's that serious. For me personally, I'm not gonna do something like that. Even if it was a big event, like a simple mistake. I could see if it was intentional. But a simple mistake like that, it's just mind-blowing to me. But I understand, once again, I'm not mad at it, because ultimately at the end of the day, it was the local owner's decision. Not mad at him. He has to protect his business. God forbid he would have ruled in my opponent's favor. My opponent wants to be petty like he is and report to Konami some stuff that my locals owner is playing. I mean, it's so many different scenarios and different things that could have took place. I just took that L like a man. I messed up. I should have just double checked my extra deck. But nevertheless, man, people be on that BS. So just watch your guys' self when you go to locals. Let me be an example. First time ever receiving a game loss at locals. I'm still kind of like, as I was driving home, I thought about it. I'm like, have I ever received a game loss at locals? Never. 21 years I've been playing this game. Never happened to me, not once. Been rule sharked. I've been heated. I've been given warnings. Never got a game loss. No one does that. It's locals. Like, bro, it's where you come practice. It's where you have a good community. But nevertheless, man, it is what it is. I'm tired of talking. I'm actually pretty hungry. Post thoughts and opinions about this vlog. I know it's short, but yeah. Post thoughts and opinions about this vlog in the comment section down below. Like the video if you're new here. Want to subscribe for more? Subscribe for more. It's your boy Rogue, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next one.